Hello everyone, Mr. Simple Majority here, and this is a spotlight slash test, if you will. By the way, kind of helping people get started in doing game capture and so forth, YouTube and all that good stuff. Yeah, I'm totally awesome at this. Last time I put a video up, well, it was just a few months ago. That was Subnautica, but I was so fast with Subnautica it wasn't even funny, and I just kind of gave up on it. So, um, what do you need to get started is some sort of microphone. Now, originally, a few years ago, a couple of years ago, for recent, I was using a Turtle Beach headset, boom mic, and headset combination. Real nice, but it was starting to give out and I was starting to have audio problems with it. So, after a bit of research and looking into my budget, I ended up picking up this. This is the Florian BM800 condenser sound studio recording broadcasting microphone plus shock mount holder blue, and it's $30. I'm able to be run on Prime. So far, it seems like a neat mic, but I'm hoping for feedback, people catching things on the audio part of it, and maybe help me because I don't know everything, and gotta learn somewhere. But it's a pretty nice microphone from what I understand. It's 48 volt power. If I have the phantom power supply, which I do not. Now I actually bought it as a dongle with a scissor arm here and the pop filter, but I haven't figured out how to properly hook this pop filter up so that I can get use out of it. I just don't know. So, and there's a phantom power supply. They're not very expensive, so 20 bucks to get you one. They're not all that expensive. I just don't have the budget right now to do that. So you'll need a microphone. If you're going to get one, I was looking at Blue Mics, and I know that you do want a microphone with a shock mount, or at least get a shock mount. So that way, if you're moving the microphone around, you want to grab the shock mounted versus trying to touch the microphone. That's how you get feedback. So I kind of know that. So if I need to swing the mic out of the way, I could do so. If I need to adjust it, I could do so again. So you're gonna need some sort of recording software. The first one I ever messed with, I got a hold of, was Fraps. I still have it to this day. I love it. It's very basic and simple. I can't open it and show you because OBS does not like Fraps. But it does have its limits, so you can't change how the audio is being recorded and so forth. You just don't have those options with Fraps. But for straight out of the box, just getting started, yeah, this is about the best way to go. Now it does cost money; it's not free. Yeah, when I paid, it was like 25 bucks. Nice, it's $37 now. Wow. Now the next one you can get your hands on, it'll run you about the same 35 bucks, 36 bucks, and that is the X-Tory. And it's a big step up. I'm actually thinking about purchasing this. I haven't really um, had enough time to look into it. I've played around with the demo that I have, and it's real nice. You get a little overlay which will show you, when you're shooting video and so forth. It's lossless capture, distribution writing. Uh, you can set up multiple audio tracks. So you can have channel one for game audio, channel two for your microphone, channel three for your Skype, and so forth. Lots of different codecs for show output and screenshots. So I think it's interesting and then worth noting. And as again, it does cost money. You can download it, um, but it will put a DX Tory thing at the bottom, watermark at the bottom. And it's 3,800 Japanese yen, which right now in US dollars translates out roughly to 36.50, I believe. So the last one, which is what we're using today, is the Open Broadcaster software. This is free, 100%. I have the OBS Studio. I think it's a little more robust than this is. Oh yeah, I'm doing a little art project in my room. I got the travel posters from NASA, so I'm trying to figure out what sizes I want to do and how I want to put them up. But anyway, this is nice. The studio version allows you direct recording output, where the classic one does not so easily, I guess. So, but it's definitely nice. Now, for the audio part of it, you can do direct microphone to OBS, no problem. We'll open it up here in a second. There, take a look. Uh, yeah, you can definitely do here there. So you can definitely see here we got desktop audio microphone. You notice that desktop audio is not working. not just because we're not getting, we're not using it. And that's because we're using voice meter. This is voice meter banana, and this one has 3 hardware inputs. Now we'll come back to this in a minute, but basically everything's being done through here, and then it goes to OBS's microphone. So we'll get to that in just a moment. Now, you need to determine what you want. Uh, if you want to, or you're just going to be you, nobody else is going to be joining you. You're not going to do Skype, VoIP stuff, Skype, TeamSpeak, Mumble, Ventrilo, any of that stuff. You don't need to have Get Banana. But it is worth noting that within the different versions, we have the standard one. This is the voice meter itself. Has 2 inputs and 1 output, or 1 virtual input. And then you have your 2 outputs on this side. So, and the other one gives you an additional one. This is right here. So I have Sony meter Bio, and it's voice meter Bio, and then voice meter aux. Now that's because I have the cables from this website as well, the BB virtual audio cables. Now, if you're planning to do communications, Skype, or you want to stream music in, you're going to definitely want to get into the cables right here. And when you download it, let's see, right here it is, you're going to get this one right here, cable input. This is your aux cable, AUX or auxiliary. Now, if you want the secondary cables, these 2, which I have, you'll need to donate money. This is donation ware. It's completely free. And this is the only time I've ever seen on this website where they ask you to give you extra to donate. Now, I've already done it, so the links aren't here anymore because I've had to restart. But just, you can donate whatever you want. I unfortunately, I'm on a tight budget. I have Patreon, but I haven't set it up, finished setting it up. I haven't done any videos since the first one. I haven't put it up because I just don't believe anybody's going to donate to me. So, anywho, I was limited. I donated $2 and I got the cables. Now, installing these cables, you want to start here with this one, download and install it. And when you do install it, it's a zip file. You'll need to extract the zip to your computer, and then you'll do the right click and install it. You're going to select you'll go into the folder where you put it to, and I thought I had it up, but I guess maybe I did. Guess I don't. I don't have WinRAR? I know I got WinRAR, but I guess I don't have it all set up right. Okay. Anyway, I'm not going to go into that part of it. It's pretty straightforward. Just extract the zip. You'll see 2 setup files. One says setup.exe, the other one setup _64. So if you have a 64-bit system, it is 64-bit. But when you do it, you need to right-click on that file and then run it as administrator. Otherwise, it'll say access denied, administrator report. Okay? Boom. Easy done. When you're done, it'll say restart the computer. Now, if you're going to do the streaming music and doing communications through VoIP, definitely donate your money. It's the same principle. Download both packs, extract them, right click on the proper installer, say run as administrator, let it do its install. What it will give you is, and I should have had this up for you guys, but I didn't. I'm sorry, my bad. You're gonna get this. I think it's the no, this is the one that you get by default. Of the DB Audio Voice Meter AUX 5. This is the first one. This is the one if you don't donate money, this is the one you're going to get. And you could change the settings here by simply going here, internal sampling rate, and change that to what you want, which is right here. Internal sampling rate is 96,000 hertz, and it will also require you to restart. But you can see the information on it, the buffers and so forth. The other one, here we go, and we can see it right here. Again, so we're getting a little push loss on this one, pull loss as well. Um, really, these aren't even being, well, no, this is voice meter dial. This is the one that's recording our desktop software. So you can see I am getting a little push loss. And I could change this by going in here and then changing these numbers. And really I should have that to an internal sampling rate of 48,000. I'm not going to change it right now because if I do, it's going to want to restart. Now, push loss, pull loss. I think push is over buffer and pull, no. Push is under buffer, pull is over buffer, I'm thinking. I'm going to have to look into this a little more. Because the other one option I'll show you in a minute, virtual audio cables, it's a little more complicated to get set up, but it also offers a pretty robust way of controlling this. It's the same thing essentially. It just has, you actually have setup, easier setup. So I'll have to look into that. If anybody does know, please by all means put it in here. I'm believing this is the over buffer and this is the under buffer. So if I'm getting 27,321 under buffer, that means I need to increase the latency on the device, on the cable. So, okay. So that's all there is to that. Now, there is an alternative that you want a little control over it. You can get virtual audio cable. Now, they require you to download the trial first. And the trial, whenever you speak, it'll yell, a woman's voice will come on and go, trial, 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 as you're speaking. This does cost money. It is not free. The trial version, please evaluate it before purchasing the full version. And it's anywhere from $20 to $50. It's based on support level. So it's self-support is $25.20. Extended support is going to be $50. Totally not needed. So the next thing you're going to get is voice meter or voice meter banana. Now, again, depending what you're doing, you may or may not need the 3 inputs. Voice meter will only give you 2 inputs. So you have microphone, hardware player, then your games, both the virtual input and your main mix mix out. So you can do that one, or you could step up to banana. And then you can have like a music stream plus your Skype. There we go. So Skype and all that. It's much more robust. And it will work for, newbies like myself because I'm still learning it and trying to figure it all out. But it will work there, but it does have a lot more to it. So you can have headset, VV audio cable, second headset, or even Skype, your game, a Skype call or VoIP over here on your aux. I have it set up, you'll see how I have mine set up. And then the monitoring. So monitoring out to A1, A2, A3, BD1, B1, and B2. So, all right. And there's quite a bit of information on it. And again, it's donation. I think if you donate, this might actually be if you donate, you actually get this stuff. Now, I haven't actually played around too far with this. So, yeah, the see here says EQ's on. I turned that on and I never got this. So, I'm betting that if you donate some money to them, again, you don't have to donate all that much. 20. Recommended license purchase 20 to 50 euros, but all other participation is welcome. So, again, you can get a little extra to it, and all this supports here too for it. Greatly detailed website, and there's a lot of different tutorials on how to use it. Use this with people much smarter than I am. So now that we got all that, and you've done all your restarts, how do you set this up? Well, I have mine set up with the microphone on hardware input 1, and I have A1, 2, 3 turned off. If I turn A1 on, I can hear myself talk, and then I get all confused, and then like, so I don't normally have it on. Then you have D1, and that's the output to here, D1. So you want that on. I don't need these on because I don't actually use this, just like I don't use the voice meter on. Now, I have hardware into input 2, which is BB audio cable B, and I've renamed that comms. And that's where I put in would be my Skype, my VoIP stuff. Then we have virtual inputs. This is where the game comes in. And I haven't really played with this too much, but you can adjust the treble, the mids, and the bass. Also the position of the audio as well. And I have that to go to A1 so I can hear the game, things going on in the game, and the B1 for the outputs of the stream. I have not fully figured out solo mode, but I do know what mute does, and I know what mono does. So mono would turn it into a mono stream, just left, I believe, and mute just completely mutes it. Over here, MC, no idea. And really, I didn't have to change any other settings in here. Everything else is pretty much the same. You know, this is the master out mix. This is what's going out. So if I pull this volume bar down, the sound would get reduced in my ears. Type thing. So, okay. Then we have the Telepan. Right now I've got this. This is the FX Echo. I've got it pulled up a little higher because my voice has actually got a lot of treble to it. So I pull this down, it gets really murky. But if I can right click, I can go to modulation, which I haven't played with, and same with position. Like I said, you have the EQ mode. Oh, there it is. You right click on it. And there's your EQ mode. So I can actually configure, turn it off. I can configure these channels for whatever EQ that I want. Okay, pretty cool. It's very simple, easy to use. Now, in OBS, you will need to make a change. You go to settings, and over your audio, you'll see I have my desktop at default. And I changed the mic auxiliary voice meter output. Okay, and that's how we're getting the audio into this broadcast. There's one other thing, and I should have mentioned this in the beginning. Once you install voice meter and you got everything installed, you're going to want to right click on your sound icon, select playback devices, scroll down your list, and look for voice meter input, and then set that as your default. On recording, just leave it as your microphone. It's okay. You can also rename these cables from here too by just clicking properties and rename it. So if I wanted to call this stream, music stream, There we go. And now it's called music stream. And we're good to go. You don't need to set these default, that's it. That's all there is to it. Now, if you do the virtual audio cable route, there's a video the guy tells you to link under recording, go to line 2, set listen, and then tell it to listen to line 1. That's why I was having problems. It's supposed to be set listen to line 1. There you go. And that's why I was having problems. That's why I gave up on it. But it's essentially the same thing, except you can add more cables. Now let me show you that real quick. Let's go to the panel for virtual audio cables. Nope, that's video layer. Okay, we want the control panel. Now, as I had learned, or had heard about this through a video, and I'll put the guy's link in there, so he goes into great detail how to set everything up. You want to make sure this says 3, and then set that, and then make sure 3 cables show up. And that's all there is to it, but you can set the ranges, all kinds of different information that's beyond me. So now, once you do that, like we did earlier, playback devices, you want to go down to line 1, set that as your default. Now I'm not going to do that obviously, but you would set that as your default, come into the audio repeater, and you want the regular one. There's 2 versions. There's audio repeater MME, and then there's one that says KS. See here, KS. You'd want the MME. And what you would do is select line 1 is your input, and then your output would be your whatever headphones you're going to use. I'm using the Speaker Sound Blaster Z. Then you would set your sampling rate, it's per sample, and then your buffer. Remember I said the pulls and pushes, you have overflows and underflows. And the way he explained it, and like I said, I'll link the video, if you're getting too many overflows, you need to reduce your buffer. If you're getting too many underflows, you need to increase your buffer. And it's kind of a balancing act between the two. And you want to leave the rest of this at the standard. So, except for this. Now, like I'm using 24 bits at 48,000 hertz. That's studio quality. So that's what I want to do. Then you'd start. Now, the kicker of this is every time you go to start your computer up or you're ready to do a recording session, you've got to come in and configure it. He does show you how to make a MAT file, and I did all that, and it never worked. I'm not kidding, it never worked. And all you would do over here is just set line 1 for whatchamacallit. But on your virtual inputs, you wouldn't be able to do that. So you'd actually have to have your game audio come in as a hardware, and then your Skype, and then your music streaming. This is a far better setup. So, some other nice things, we can rename this. I can rename this to microphone. And not only will it put, just puts it down here on the fader gain as well. I can rename this one to VoIP. And if I was using this one, I could say music. There we go. I can also rename these inputs. Game audio. And I'm not using this, I'll just leave it default. So you don't have to look up here. You can be trying to find something down here, watching meters, and you're looking for one, you can look down here. So pretty cool. I think that's about it. Oh, outputs. So this here is connected back into OBS. But I also need to hear what's going on, like Skype and, my game audio, obviously. So we have these up here, A1 through 3. And again, we can come in here, set our speaker as our output. If we have 2 speaker devices, we can set that up here as well. You don't want to set up your output to be something that's going to go to OBS. Use your virtual for that. Okay, and I think that's about it. I hope this audio test is working great. I'm just not even going to watch it. I'm just going to flat upload it, close my eyes, and listen to what you guys got to say about it, and what tips you can offer me. Um, I'm at a, I'm not at a loss. I'm trying to learn, and I want to cover what I can because I feel bad that all I can give is $2, and I definitely think this voice meter banana is a really good single computer solution. Looking into an actual physical mixer board with audio interface. I don't know if it's going to work or not. I do have a friend that's pretty decent in music and recording and so forth. He knows quite a bit. I'm just trying to sit down with him and get some time where we can look through stuff and maybe he can help me try to pick something out, see if it will work. I'm also going to go talk to a local guitar center and see if they have anything that they can offer me in a way of guidance, because I really cannot afford to build a second computer this time, which I'd really like to, but I can't afford it. So I think I covered pretty much everything. Um, yeah, this is a definite easy getting started solution for single computers. Just getting started and when you learn. I do. I spend a lot of time reading. I'm getting ready to start Minecraft again. Um, It's unfortunately 1.7.0 because none of the really big mods, the ones I call the big mods. This is going to be thermal expansion, applied energistics, who else? Uh, well, yeah, really, pretty much the big ones. None of them have updated, and it's been fairly good amount of time since 1.10 came out. I do have a 1.10 here. This one is modded, but it just there's a lot of stuff that doesn't work right because they're still in their early type days. So I think I'm just going to go back to 1.7, and this is obviously a custom pack of 1.7. We'll pull up the mods here. See, nope, no crashes. Pull up the custom pack. So we've got stuff like agrocraft, of course, applied energistics too, automagy. There's a lot of stuff I have never played with in here before. There's stuff in here that I have played with before. There's stuff like Electrical Age, which is really kind of cool and like to show off more. Galactic Craft, we have, what else? What's that one? Galaxy Space, here it is. So we got Galaxy Space. HQM, because I might need the pack out of it. I really haven't decided on that one yet. I don't know if I got enough content to make a story like that. Mechanism, which I think is a perfect fit when you have Galactic Craft. So, I mean, yeah, I got some doubles like Thermal Expansion and Mechanism, Project Red, and then I have Blue Power as well. Not thermal, Atomic Energistics. So that means that I've got Bombcraft in here. So, a lot of stuff that I've played with, and there's a lot of stuff that I have never even touched, and I'd love to play around with that, and that's what the series is going to be about. So, look forward to that. That's coming very soon, just as soon as I start building a buffer of episodes and so on. I do apologize. This video is being uploaded raw, which means that I'm all done. But my Minecraft videos actually come up as edited clips, and I'm using Lightworks for that. And unfortunately, I cannot afford to pay for Lightworks, not even the month by month. I mean, right now, money's still tight. Has been for quite a while since my father passed a couple of years ago. So it's getting better. I'd like to eventually get Lightworks, either at least by month. Even if it's the annual, I'd like to do that. So, but there are other things that stand in the way. Like I can't play Elite Dangerous because my flight controller here it died on me. Well, not died. I pulled back and it looks like a snail's trying to pull back. So That's XY issue. I thought I had it solved. Originally it was X. I rolled to the right and the shift wouldn't roll. Well, when I did the magnet mod, I turned that around and now it's the negative Y that's having all the problems. So I thought I solved it. The controller's very old. I'm sure if I was to try to research this, um, I'm seeing if there's, I'm actually looking at it right now to see if there's a manufacturer date on it of some site. Nope, no manufacturer date. I'm sure this is probably generation one or the very beginning of it. So it's due up for replacement. I've been looking into the X56 and I decided that's not for me. In fact, none of the controllers from SciTech except for the X52 are worth anything. So I'd like to get back to Elite and do that, and maybe do a series there. Or at least some fill-in videos. So, not No Man's Sky. I've already beat that game. Yeah. And I played it proper. I was on the planets, exploring, checking all the animals, finding all the plants. And once I maxed out on milestones, it's just kind of like, okay, I'm bored. And I really didn't max out all the milestones. I still need the hyperspace and the space combat one. Everything else is maxed. And it's like, okay, this is kind of pointless now. 7 Days to Die, I'd love to do a video on, but if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it like a journal. And the problem with doing journals is you've got to generate content for that entire video. Otherwise, it's me chopping down a tree and just playing quietly while you're watching where's the content. So I think Minecraft's always the best route. It's a good place to start and get started at and so forth. Because you can edit the videos, you can make clips. Like I don't have to show everybody I'm going mining or cutting down a bunch of trees because nobody wants to see that. And I kind of think the same thing in 7 Days to Die. But my thinking in 7 Days to Die in No Man's Sky are the same. Do a journal type video. It's like a what's the best example? I don't want to say Cloverfield. I've never actually seen Cloverfield, but I know what it means. I know what it is. It was shot from like home movie perspective, people with the video cameras and cell phone cameras. So something like that, where I'm shooting video as I'm walking, like I got a GoPro on my head, and I'm just kind of chronicling my survival. And the same with No Man's Sky. And the reason for that is you never know what's going to happen. In my 7 Days to Die game, day 7 is the Horde day. Every 7 days, there's going to be a massive zombies and when the sun goes down at 10 o'clock. So I'm preparing, getting everything in line. Next thing I know, I hear a zombie scream. And the next thing I know after that, I think I counted 50 zombies that streamed into my base and ripped all my defenses apart. And I had like an hour and a half to fix them all before the Horde arrived. It wasn't pretty. It really wasn't pretty. But that was my first 7 days. Yeah. It's just the problem is generating enough content to make it interesting, at least in my opinion, to make it interesting. So, I don't know. But leave me comments on the video. Let me know how my voice sounds, if there's any distortions, and maybe some ideas, because I feel like there's this distortion in the microphone. And that I'm hearing it and it's like, yeah, go away. But I can't be for sure. So having another set of ears definitely helps out. But for now, this is Mr. Simple Majority signing off. And thank you for watching. Stay tuned. The Minecraft series is coming. This will be a full series, I promise you. I promise you. It will be a full series. I'm not going to get like 20 days, 10 episodes in and be like, okay, oh, something happened, I'm stuck, and yada yada. I've been playing this pack for a while. I know it's good. I know it's going to run fine and without any issues. So, but thank you again for watching. This is Mr. Simple Majority signing off.